Prequel. I'm afraid to wear my name tag out of fear I might get a complaint.
And I'll go raise my voice. I'll let everybody in here know that this man is rude. And I'll be a jerk about it too.
I get curious about North Korea. I make a mention of it in my thoughts. A while later it comes out in the newspaper that North Korea would disarm their nukes if the US pulled their troops. I don't realize how this will affect the course of history. I make a mention of black kids beating up white kids in school. My friend got beaten up by 40 Somalians. A while later I see a couple of black kids huddled on the bus, seemingly scared of their surroundings. Around them are a bunch of old white people minding their own business.
I dare you to touch your boobs.
Touch your boobs? That's assault, brother.
Little did I realize that those black kids might have been in the middle of being targeted by the government, or by certain individuals. Although the idea itself is far-fetched, it is not impossible. So this is a continuation of my earlier video. My name is Juan Carlos from Ottawa, Ontario. I am a TI, mind control experiment, and a victim of the Psych ward. So I haven't really gotten around to finishing the psychosis story, so I'm going to finish that for you right now. A voice that sounds like it's coming from upstairs could really be coming from the end of the hallway. As for the voices in my head, I notice whenever I relax I can hear voices, and whenever I focus I don't hear voices. The voices themselves sound like broken fragments in the air currents. I assume string theory is involved and the voices themselves are from another dimension. Little do I know that they are real people just spying on my thoughts in day-to-day life. I hear a voice talking over my thoughts while I'm studying. I walk over to the kitchen and set up a psychic link with a person who would later refer to himself as the Thought Police. He tells me he got the signal to stop torturing somebody. The military on my laptop, I tell them I see demons in the Middle Eastern's eyes, like the ones they fight overseas. They totally agree with me by saying, yeah man, I totally saw that. I think I am talking to the world government on my laptop. I imagine Seth MacFarlane and Katy Perry commenting on my comments. I pitch the idea of the world government playing the role of God looking over mankind. As if the government was God and Adam and Eve have returned to the Garden of Eden. I put everyone will be saved on my laptop as people cheer me on. I imagine God and Jesus are talking to me. They appear as flapping puppet heads. From my perspective, it looks like the gates of heaven are opening up in the apartment complex. Black computer hacker opens up his laptop and starts showing his friends what is on my computer. I snap at him with a racial slur. He reacts. I try to explain my reaction, but he persists in invading my privacy. There is also a Muslim boy hacking my computer. I tell him I want to join the military. He tells me that I'll get shot if I go overseas. I tell him I shoot him in the face if I sense a hint of betrayal. I hear a woman says she wants to summon a demon against me. I try to purchase something on my PS4. I have a sneaking suspicion that a neighbor is trying to steal my credit card information. I cancel the purchase. Same thing happens at the BMO while I make a transaction. I hear an old woman say, I got it, thinking she had somehow obtained my information. I'm unaware of the fact that the voices in my head are real people. I suspect I am being haunted and hounded by a satanic mafia. The government shows that they are watching me in the apartment complex. One woman says ew in reference to a video I made. I notice government agents follow me around inside of the Walmart. At this moment I assume the Canadian mafia, American secret agents, and the police are monitoring my computer activity.